Hi everyone, welcome to my live creative time today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome to another week of crafting, and I hope that you are looking forward to crafting along with me, or perhaps sitting back relaxing and just watching along as I create a really cute card with you today. So as we are jumping on, as everybody else is jumping on, I'll just bring this up on my other devices to make sure I can see everybody's comments. So bear with me one moment while I just get this all set up and ready. Okay, iPad is all good, and let's get the computer. Now today is a public holiday here in my part of Australia. Anyway, in different parts of Australia, sometimes we have different public holidays on different days. And so not every state always has the same public holiday. But here in New South Wales, we have a public holiday today. I think all down the East Coast probably. So Queensland, I'm pretty sure have it today too. The ACT, and I think Victoria as well. I'm not sure about the other side of Australia, if they have a public holiday today too, or the top end of Australia too. I'm not sure. But it tends to be, hang on, I'll just bring this up on my computer. It tends to be that the East Coast often has the same public holidays. I think there are a few different ones though too, because I know even in Queensland, sometimes they have a different public holiday when my daughter has a public holiday and we don't have one. So yeah. So anyway, today's a public holiday, so hubby is home. Actually, he's just ducked up to the shops, but he will be back home. So I'm hoping he doesn't drain the internet too much. Yeah, so it has been a lovely day today. It's so beautiful outside. It's nice and warm. The sun is shining. I did poke my head out there for a few moments when I went out with Callie earlier, our little puppy dog. And yeah, it was really lovely out there, but I've been inside preparing for today, trying to get ideas of what we were going to create today. And so I have something planned to share with you today. Hey Amanda, how are you? Great to have you with us today. So, of course, not everybody gets to have a public holiday either. There are people who have to work. Excuse me. A lot of people in the hospitality industry, and of course retail, and I'm just going to have a sip of my water, got a little froggy, and emergency services and nursing and all sorts of places like that still have to operate. So not everybody gets to have a public holiday, not everybody gets to have the day off. It's, yeah, a bit sad, but we do need those people working as well. So thank you to everybody who is still working even when it's a public holiday. Hey Janelle, how are you? Let me just take a little sip of my water. I've literally just finished drinking a smoothie which had chia seeds in it, and I think it must be a little bit of chia seed stuck in my throat, just giving me a little bit of a tickle there. So we have just had a lovely weekend, and of course we've got a long weekend, and yeah, on Saturday it was World Card Making Day. Did you all know that? Did anybody celebrate that? Stampin' Up! Put on a free virtual event on Saturday, and so that was really fun. I have got some cards to share with you that I made during World Card Making Day. That's not what we're creating today though, but I've got them as a bit of show and tell, so I'll show those shortly. And I had some friends come over. I had my my new daughter-in-law come over, and we had a great day of crafting together. So I think we had about 6 or so hours of crafting, which was really lovely. We had lunch, we had afternoon tea. It was just a really lovely day. And so much fun. And one of my friends made 16 cards in that time, which is just amazing. She was just like smashing them out. She did such a great job. So that was really fun. So let me know if you joined in on World Card Making Day. So I'm just going to look down here on my iPad for your comments. So Janelle said, I went to the online stamping retreat with Lisa, Gina, Kylie and Bruno. Oh, fantastic. That's awesome, Janelle. Oh, very good. Their events are always fantastic. I think that was on Sunday, wasn't it? Sunday, well, Sunday here in Australia anyway. Very good, very good. Yeah, so yesterday we just had a quiet day, and then there was the footy grand final last night. So my husband went over to our son's place and watched it over there, and my son's wife came to us. So we had Amber and Hope and I had a girly evening together. We had dinner and then we were chatting, and then we watched a bit of a movie which we didn't quite get to finish, but that's okay. And the boys did the whole footy thing, and then hubby went for a walk down to the footy club afterwards to be with all the people and the excitement and all the craziness that was going on down there. So he really enjoyed that. So yeah, so there's been a lot happening this weekend. I think today's the quiet day. Yeah, so yeah, Sunday 5 a.m. it started, Janelle. Wow, that was an early start. Oh my goodness. Hey Rose, how are you going? Great to have you here. So yeah, so it's been a lovely weekend. So let me know what you have been doing. Janelle has been crafting on the weekend as well, so that's exciting. I know Amanda joined in on World Card Making Day as well, so that's awesome. So yeah, so we had lots and lots of crafting happening. I continued to do some crafting yesterday morning. No, not yesterday. Yesterday I was also doing a bit of cleaning up, tidying, rearranging of stuff, and culling a few bits and pieces and trying to get a bit more organized. So my bedroom needs a big overhaul. There's lots of stuff in my bedroom that needs to be organized and sorted, and yeah, all of that. So I was working on that on yesterday morning as well. Busy, but good busy. Yeah, so also too, let me tell you about my new little brooch. This is Parker the Koala, my new Erstwhilder brooch from the Australiana line. And these are my little kookaburras. Now, he did have a name, but I can't remember his name. My little kookaburra earrings. And there's some little billy button flowers there with him. Really, really adorable. I love those. And there was a brooch as well that went with the kookaburra, but I decided on the earrings instead. And I did get a frog brooch as well, an Australian frog brooch, so I might wear that one next week. But this is my cute little koala. How adorable is he? He's asleep on the tree trunk with the gum leaves there. Really, really gorgeous. If you're looking for cute wearable art, look up Erstwhilder. Look up for their official website. And there's lots of stockists as well that sell Erstwhilder, and I'm not affiliated with them at all or anything, but I love their wearable art pieces. So yeah, so I'm a little bit addicted to those as well. So not only do I collect stamps, sorry, this way. Not only do I collect stamps, but I now collect brooches and cute little quirky earrings as well. So people always ask me about my brooches. So I always like to talk about those. But I just love koalas. Koalas are so beautiful, aren't they? They're just such beautiful little, you just want to go up and give them cuddles. They're just, oh, they're so fluffy and beautiful and sweet, and yeah. Amber said the koala reminds me of Sleepy Callie, slumped over our arms. Actually, that is often how Callie will sleep if we're holding her. She'll lay over our arms like a tree trunk, just like that. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, Amber, but yeah, you're right. That's how she lays over our arms, often like that. Very cute. All right. Well, before we get into the show and tell, let me tell you a few exciting things that are happening. So today is an exciting day because, well, all of October is exciting, but especially today and the next 2 days after today, because Stampin' Up! Has got a stamp sale. So all of the stamps in the annual catalogue which is this one here. All of the stamps, both photopolymer and the red rubber cling stamps, are all on special, 15% off at the moment. So we're going to be playing with one of those stamp sets today. So it only goes for 3 days, from the 7th till the 9th of October. So if you had stamps on your wish list, then this is a great time to go and grab those. Now, it doesn't include bundles, so it's just the stamps on their own, or the stamp sets on their own. So definitely go to the website and check them out. You can have a look there now. It shows all of the markdown prices. But yeah, you've only got until the 9th, which is Wednesday. So today's Monday, so you've got till Wednesday to grab some bargains there with the 3-day stamp sale. Now, the other thing we have at the moment as well is the Kids Collection sale. So it's a great time to go shopping this week because there's all these amazing things. So we've got the Kids Collection sale. Now, this one does go for the whole month of October, but they're only while supplies last. So if they sell out, they'll become unorderable. We don't know how long before they'll be restocked because the stock has to come in from overseas. So if there are kits that you had on your wish list as well, check out the kits collection while you're over there on the online store, and be sure to grab those ones that are still available that you had on your list, or that you like the look of, even if you didn't have them on your list. Grab them before they sell out, because they are only while supplies last. And the biggest one is the starter kit special this month. So this goes for the whole month as well. And this is, with the starter kit, you get to choose $286 worth of product, but you're only going to pay $169. So that means you get a total of $117 worth of product for free, and you get to choose it all. The starter kit is not predetermined, so you get to customize it with exactly the products that you want. And the clearance rack has also been refreshed last week, I think it was. Was it last week? Last week. The clearance rack was refreshed, or maybe it was the week before. But anyway, recently. So there's a whole heap of reduced product in the clearance rack as well. Now, all of those things, all of those special things I've just shown you, the kits that are on special, the stamp sets that are on special, the clearance rack, any of those things or any other current product, you can put into your starter kit, and you still get all those special prices on the things that are currently reduced as well. So it is a great time to purchase the starter kit. Now, when you purchase the starter kit, you're also going to get free shipping on that starter kit order. Plus, then you get an ongoing 20% discount on all of your Stampin' Up! Products until at least the end of April. So there you go. And you'll be joining a fantastic creative community, which is so much fun to be a part of. And there are so many perks of being part of the Stampin' Up! Community. Now, you don't need to sell products, so don't be worried about that. You can leave at any time. So if you don't want to stay until the end of April and you choose to leave earlier, you can do that. That's totally up to you. But if you would like more information about purchasing the starter kit and joining my team, please get in contact with me. I'd be happy to answer all of your questions, have a chat with you and let you know what I offer to my team, what we do together as a team, how everything works, how everything looks. I'm here to support you and help you. And if you need help with popping an order in for the starter kit, then please let me know. I'll be happy to walk you through that as well. I've walked through many team members with that. I've been on the phone with them, stepping them through step by step, and I'm really happy to do that for you too. So if you're here in Australia and you'd like to join with me and my team, we are the Papercraft Gems, then please let me know and I would love to help you. But if that's not what you want to do and you just want to get a stamp set or two, then you have that offer. Or if you just want to get a couple of kits, then you have that offer as well. And the clearance rack, don't forget that. Don't forget to check that too, because that has got some great specials in there as well. So that's everything that's happening. Don't forget as well, we've also got the mini catalogue available at the moment as well. So if you're looking for products for your Christmas projects, then check this one out as well. And there's other stuff in there as well, which is other than Christmas. But be sure to check that out, or just jump on the online store and have a browse around and see what is there. Now, if you would like catalogs, if you like paper copies of catalogs, if you don't already have them and you're here in Australia and you don't already have a demonstrator you're working with, let me know. I'd love to get those to you as well. Now, I am going to, oh, hey, Julie, how you going? Great to see you. Now, I'm going to grab all of those pathways, because we have to be careful of the words we use now, and I'm going to pop them in the comments for you so that you can find all of the things that you are looking for. If you're looking for catalogs, if you're looking for my online store, if you're looking for my joining link for that starter kit, if you're looking for my blog, or if you'd like to register for my newsletter, or subscribe, I should say, for my newsletter. I keep everyone up to date with what's going on. I put creative inspiration in there, including from my team, and we've got some amazing projects coming up this month from my daughter and assistant, Amber. She's our Team Showcase Stamper of the Month this month, and she has some beautiful projects to share with us this month. They are all going to be also shared in my team newsletter. So that is the other way I'm sharing them. So if you'd like to keep on up to date with all of those, you can register or subscribe, I should say, to my newsletter as well. And I keep you up to date with all of the sales and specials and things that are coming up too, so that you know what is happening, and whatever you're looking for. Yeah, you've got lots of options there. So creative inspiration, upcoming classes, upcoming specials, current specials and promotions and things like that. So lots and lots of stuff in there. And you can unsubscribe at any time from the newsletter if you decide that it's not what you were looking for. So, all right. Also too, if you do subscribe to my newsletter, you will get a PDF tutorial of 3 exclusive projects that are using products from the annual catalogue, and those projects are only for, or those project tutorials are only for those who subscribe to my newsletter. So if you want to grab those, then be sure to subscribe. So all of the pathways are there for you in the comments. Grab those there. I will put this video up on YouTube as well, and I will put all of those pathways in the description of the YouTube video as well. So look out for those. And if you're looking for anything and you can't find it, just flick me a message. I'm happy to help you. I'm here to help and serve you. So it's part of what I do, and I love to do that, and I love to support you in your creativity. So please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. All right, on to a little bit of show and tell. So as I said, we had our World Card Making Day event on Saturday, and Stampin' Up was demonstrating some projects for us to follow along with using the Mix and Match ephemera. Now, have you all seen that? Probably most of you have seen that, and I have done some projects with those in some of my Facebook Live videos, so you've probably seen them. I'll just find the pages. If you have a catalogue, if you have the annual catalogue, you can open to pages 18 and 19 and you'll find the products there. So there's the products there on that page, a bit hard to see with the light reflecting. There's some sample projects, and there's more sample projects over the following pages. But I'll show you the ones that I created. Now, I didn't have the card bases, and I did have the ephemera packs, but of course I've used some of those ephemera packs to create for classes, to create for Facebook Lives and other content. So I didn't have all of the pieces that they were using, so I created something similar, but using what I had on hand. And to prepare for that, because I didn't have all the card bases and I was sharing with my ladies, my friends that came too, I just cut up a whole heap of DSP and just made a whole heap of card fronts. I'll show you. These are the ones that we have left, and I was trying to pick papers that were coordinating with the card pack that they were using, the card and envelope pack that they were using, which was the, which one was it now that they were using? It was the Calming Creek. Now I didn't have all of that, so what I did is I cut up a whole heap of DSP in similar sort of tones and colors and patterns and things. So there was lots of blues that I used. Oh, that's a card base, that wasn't part of it. Yeah, so my ladies had lots of choices, and obviously they've used a lot of these too, so these are just what's left over. So anyway, so that's what we used. So this was the first one. So I copied the layout of one of the cards that they did on the demonstration, but I just changed it up with the bits and pieces that I had, and I used, it looks a bit like denim, doesn't it, in the background there with that designer series paper. So that was the first one, just really quick, simple cards to create. Lots and lots of fun, just easy cards that you can make in a hurry, that anyone can make, even if you haven't crafted before. So I love these ephemera pieces, and you've even got the printed sentiments and the words as well. There is another pack that we weren't using on the weekend, which has a whole heap of labels as well. We weren't using those for the event, so there is an additional pack that we have. I also added bling on mine, and I'm not sure if the light will pick it up, but I did add some Wink of Stella. So I've got some Wink of Stella on the ice cream and on the cake as well. I'm not sure. Oh, I think you can see a little bit there on the cake. See it shining there a little bit? Yeah, and I added some bling. And then I made this one, which is similar to one of the ones they made, but I used some of the Irresistible Blooms paper. Oh, no, wait, was that the one? No, I can't remember what that paper was now, but I thought it looked like clouds in the background. So that was pretty cool, and I added a bit of Wink of Stella there as well. So we've got a little bit of, see that shine and shimmer, and just some rhinestones, because you can never go past rhinestones. This is another one I made, and this one was like a, what do you call it? Like a first place badge, like banner thingy. And I just cut the circular part off the top and used the bottom ribbon parts to add there to the bottom of my little wreath. Isn't that cute? And again, we've got the bling on the butterfly and on the little ribbons there. And I think I blinged the today. I did. I blinged on the word as well, but you probably can't see that. So it was the next one. This was actually the first one I created. This one. Happy birthday. The birthday's a little bit hard to see on that designer series paper because the paper's a bit busy. But yeah, a little cake stand over here, and the cupcake with the little butterfly. So it's a cute one. This one I really liked. I didn't add any Wink of Stella to this one. I think I forgot to add it. Oh, did I put it on the thanks? No, I think I missed this one with the Wink of Stella. I might have to go back and put it on. But I really liked that one, and I liked taking the design off the edges. So that was just, I mean, I've done that many times, but it's not something I do all the time. But that's one of the little techniques that was demonstrated. But I didn't have all of the same pieces left over, so I used different pieces. And then this was the last one. This one I created myself, using some of the different yellow flowers, and then just layered them over one of the black and white images, which you can color if you want to, but I wanted to leave it black and white. And then I added the little banner sentiment there, and then a bit of bling and some Wink of Stella, which I don't know if the light is going to pick up. Oh, there we go. You can just sort of see it there a little bit. So I really love this one. This one's my favorite one. And what I did with this one, I don't know if you'll see it maybe if I hold it at a bit of an angle, but I shaped all of the flowers and leaves as I put them down for a bit of added, see how they sit up? For a bit of added texture and depth on the flowers there. So yeah, but I love this one. This is my favorite one. But how beautiful is it? Like just by using the ephemera packs, like I've not done any stamping on there. And all I've added is bling and Wink of Stella. But yeah, so there you go. So they were the cards that I made. During the event, or during the day, I only made 2 all day. So I sat down in the evening and made a whole heap more. Because, you know, I was busy chatting and enjoying the company of my friends and preparing food and helping everybody else. And yeah, just really enjoying the day and enjoying spending the time with my friends as well. Pop those over there. So we just used a whole heap of standard sort of coloured cardstock, just really plain bases. We used some whites, some blues, some greys, and some vanilla. And I think I had basic beige as well. So we just used those as our card bases because I didn't have the cards and envelopes, and then just the DSP and the ephemera. So yeah, really easy cards to sort of put together. So if you're looking for something quick and easy to create cards and to create a whole stack of cards, check out the ephemera packs. And I have still got a whole stack of ephemera left over, even after doing a whole class with them previously, doing other demonstrations with them, other projects, and then the event on the weekend, myself and two friends, my daughter-in-law and daughter, were doing their own thing in the craft room. Pardon me. They popped out to watch a little bit of the event, but they were creating their own projects. So yeah, lots and lots still left to make more beautiful projects. And they look great with your scrapbooking as well. If you are a scrapbooker, then the ephemera is great to go with your scrapbooking as well. All right, so that is all my show and tell for today. How about we get started on our project? All right, so I'm going to cover up the camera and tip the camera down onto the desktop. Now, keep chatting with me as well as we are crafting along. Let me know if you're crafting with me today too. And I hope you've all got your cuppers ready. I actually didn't make a cuppa yet today because I just finished having a smoothie. So I thought, oh, that's going to be too much liquid in my belly. So I will have a cuppa later once I finished filming. All right, so I'm just going to readjust the camera, get that all set up. So you might hear in the comments if you can still hear me. Oh, good morning, Rita, all the way from Ontario. Lovely to have you here. Okay, it looks like we are back. There we go. Good. It was just a little, it just dropped out for a moment there, I think. But I think we are all good now. I'm just going to tweak this camera just a little bit to straighten it up a tad. Let's see how that is looking. We're on a bit of a delay here, so just takes a moment to wait for the replay to come back on the screen, because from what I'm filming to what is showing on my screen is, yeah, a little bit of a delay. There we go. Okay, we are all set up. Great. Good, good, good. All right, we'll just get those lights a bit better on the desk. I'm going to have to really change my background here very soon, I think. I'm going to have to order another one. Or I do actually have a spare one. I have a marble one, but the marble one, I like this one because it's got the wood grain look lines. It helps me to keep everything sort of straightened up and in line and everything, whereas the marble one is all swirly, so I've got nothing sort of for context to keep everything all aligned. So I like this one, but it is getting a bit stained and things now, so I'll probably have to change that soon. Julie's crafting with us. Fantastic. Oh, you're doing your team swaps. Yay. I'm planning on finishing mine tomorrow. Mine have got, tonight. Mine have got a lot of colouring in them, Julie, so it's been taking me quite a bit of time to get mine completed, but I should get them finished tonight. All right, now, because we have got the stamp sale this week, well, not this week, I shouldn't say this week. I should say these next 3 days, because it only goes for 3 days. This amazing stamp sale. This stamp sale only happens once a year, so bear that in mind. I thought we would play with one of the stamp sets that I have had on my shelf from the annual catalogue that I have been dying to use for ages. Now, I have used the wishing you the happiest birthday sentiment quite a number of times. It's one of my go-to sentiments for stamping inside the card now. but I've really been wanting to use the dragonflies. And so I thought today is the day. We are going to have a play with this one today. I'll show you where to find it in the annual catalogue. All right, it is near the back actually. Well, it's kind of more than halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way through. And you'll find it on page 99. So it is, yeah, a fair way through, page 99. It's actually in the memory keeping section, which is really interesting because it can be used for card making and other paper crafting projects as well. So, but here it is here, and it shows you all of the imagery there, pretty well at 100%, I think, or almost at 100%, maybe not completely at 100%, but pretty close to it. Originally it was $35. I'm not sure what it is right now. Let me just have a quick squizzy. I'll tell you what it is on, what's it called? Happiest Day. I'll tell you what it is on special at the moment. It is only $29.75, and you get all of those stamps. So yes, you can use them in your scrapbooking. They would be awesome for scrapbooking. You've even got these little corners here, a little sort of border. You've got some background stamps. You've got the center of the sun is actually stamped separately, which I love, because this circle here, this solid circle, you can use that as bokeh dots as well as a background. Or you can stamp it in the middle of the sun. Even the sun on its own with those little rays, you could use that as a background. It could even be fireworks or something like that. And I just love the sentiments. And the little rainbow is, each of the little arcs of the rainbow are stamped separately. So you can stamp them in different colors and layer them. So I love that as well about this stamp set. So lots and lots of great things. Oh, the other thing with the dragonfly is you can stamp the outline of the dragonfly, and then you can either choose to color it yourself, or you can use the two-step stamping method and use these solid shaped images here and ink them up in whatever colors you want, and then stamp them over the dragonfly, which is what we're going to do today. So I will show you that. Now my project today is based on this framed scrapbooking layout here. So they've got a decorated photo here in a frame, and I'm basing my card on this portion here of the this framed image, and we're going to create a card in that kind of layout. So, and we're going to be using some of the 2024 to 2026 in colors today. So I've got them all here. Here's the colors here. I've got Pretty in Pink, Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, Peach Pie, and Shy Shamrock. So they are our current in colors. We're going to be using those today to create a really pretty card with this. We're also using the stylish shape dies for our die cutting. We're going to be using some circles from there because we've got lots and lots of beautiful sizes of circles, and we're going to be using a little bit of the Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper. I love this paper with all of the beautiful, you can see I've chopped into mine. They do come in 12 by 12 inch pieces, but I've been using mine, so I've been chopping into that. But you get all the florals. We're actually going to be using the reverse side today of some of those papers with those beautiful colours. But you can see all of these florals here. Sorry, you might not be able to see them really well because of the way I'm holding the paper. Some florals there. Just give you a quick little flick through. These ones are really pretty, these little ones. So these make beautiful cards. It's really pretty paper. So there you go. So we're going to be using a little bit of that. Hey Angela, how are you? Great to have you here. Julie says, mine have colouring also, and I'm waiting for more of the DSP I've used. So fingers crossed it comes tomorrow. Ooh, hope so, Julie. Oops. Oh, I'm scrunching my paper up here. I'm not watching what I'm doing. Whoops. Hang on a minute. There we go. Wondering why that wasn't going back in the plastic. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So what we're going to be using, we're also using an embossing folder today. So what I did is I pulled out a whole heap of embossing folders and I decided to go with this one, but I'll show you all the other ones as well. I've got them all here beside me so that I could tell you which one was which, because there's so many of them I couldn't remember all of the names. So this one is the Zinnia's 3D embossing folder, and I don't know how well you'll see because I've done them all on basic white cardstock. If I hold that there, hopefully you'll see that. You see that there? Really beautiful floral pattern. I've decided that this is the one I want to use today because we're working with dragonflies and dragonflies like flowers, so I thought we'll use that one today. This one is one of the new ones that I haven't used yet. It would also be pretty on this one, and this one is a softer finish to it. Like it doesn't emboss as deeply as the other ones, and that one is one of the newer ones, the Cute Crochet 3D embossing folder. So I'll hold that up to the camera in the light, see if you can see that one. That's a really nice pattern on that one. Okay, and then we've got, oh, that's going to go in that pile over there. Then we've got this one. This is one of my favorites, and this one gets used a lot. This is the Exposed Brick 3D embossing folder. So you've probably seen me use this one a lot of times. This is one of mine and Amber's favorite ones. Just move that over a little bit. So that's a good one too. That one's quite universal as well. Like you can really use that for any background. That's a really good one. This one as well is our other favorite one that we use a lot, which is the Distressed Child 3D embossing folder. Again, a great one for most projects that you need embossing folders for. It's got a fantastic distressed child look, as the name implies. Then we've got the Eyelet 3D embossing folder, and that's that one there, which is another really pretty one. It reminds me of Broderie Anglaise. This one has been around for quite a long time, and we love this one. We used to use this one like crazy. This is the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. We still do, it still is a go-to embossing folder for us, but we're using some of those newer ones a little bit more nowadays. And then these three come from the Basics 3D embossing folder, which is from the online exclusive, and in that you get the 3 different textures. So we've got the crosshatch texture, which is another go-to. I love that one. Then we've got this one, which is sort of like reminds me of a starfish. So I haven't used this one as much, but it is a pretty background. And then you've got the dots, which I haven't probably used this one as much. But if you like dots, that's a great one as well. So there you go. So they were all of that's what I was doing this morning, is cutting the cardstock and embossing all of those to show you, but also to choose, it was to help me to choose which one I wanted to use for our card today. So we're using that one, and we're using a little bit of the designer series paper. So what I did is I did go ahead, or actually I'll do it again with you today. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a little bit of this designer series paper. Okay, so this is from the paper pack. We'll come back to the stamps in a moment. And we're going to die cut the second largest circle. Okay, and just pick a piece of the paper. You know, the design on the paper looks different because it's kind of a bit sort of abstract. So you can just move your die around to the part of the paper that you want to use, what you think looks best in there. I like the look of this up here because I want some of the purple, a little bit of the pink, and some of that summer splash there. So what I'm going to do, so that I don't indent any of the rest of that that paper with my machine, because my plates are getting a bit chopped up, I'm just going to cut a piece of the designer series paper. So basically for this size die, the second largest circle die in the stylish shape dies, you need a piece about 7.6 by 7.6. You might be able to get away with 7.5, but I like to have just a little bit extra around the edges just to be sure that I'm getting it in there. You probably could have got it 7.5 by 7.5, but we'll die cut that one. And I'm just going to use my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's very handy to have on the desk, also great for traveling. It fits much more easily in a bag than the large one. However, the embossing folders, the large embossing folders don't fit through this one, only the embossing folders that are actually made for this machine, because it's got a narrower feed mouth. There we go. And so then look at that. Look at that beautiful, all those beautiful colors on there. It looks a little bit like it's tie-dyed, doesn't it? I think it's actually, I think the paper was originally watercolored, but it kind of has that tie-dye look to it. So I love that. All right. Then we're going to die cut some other pieces as well. Now I have actually gone ahead and done them. I've done the colored one ahead of time. I need to redo the white ones because I was practicing with different colors. So what I did was I die cut a piece of the Summer Splash, and I used the next size down from that one. So that was the second largest. Then I used the third largest for just a piece of Shy Shamrock cardstock. Okay, so we've got those ones. Then we're going to go to the next one after that and the next one after that. And we're going to do some white circles in those. So you're going to be left with, you're not going to be using the smallest one or the largest one. Okay. All right. So just pop that over there. We'll take some white cardstock. I'll just put these circles over to the side. And we'll run these two through. There we go, they should both fit through. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make sure, I'm going to stagger them a little bit on an angle. So I want to make sure that the dies do not go off the edge of the plate, because they won't cut properly if they do. And also too, it could bend the dies if they're going off the edge as you're trying to roll it through your machine. So always make sure that your dies are fitting within the edges of those plates. I'm not as precious with my white cardstock because I've got so much white cardstock, and I've got so many off-cut pieces as well, because I keep all of my off-cut pieces so that I can use them on other projects. There we go. So there we've got those two white pieces. All right, and then that is all the die cutting for the moment. So I'll pop these back on. I've got my dies on magnetic sheets. I just get the magnet sheets off eBay. They come in A4 size, and I get them in a pack of 10. I think it costs about $30. And then I just cut them down to size to fit the dies on them. But especially with the dies that I'm using all the time, like my solid shape dies, I just find it so much easier to have them on magnetic sheets, because then I'm not going to lose them, and they're so much easier to get on and off all the time. All right, so there's all my pieces. Okay, so we've got those 4 circles. Now you're also going to need a piece of Pretty in Pink cardstock, and we don't need very much of that. I didn't even start with the card base, did I? It's just a plain basic white cardstock base, so I'll show you that in a moment. We'll do the pink first. So for the pink piece, it is 4 by 7 centimeters. So only a small piece. So you can use your offcuts for this if you've got any offcuts in your stash. So 4 by 7. There we go. So we've got lots of little pieces for this card. Okay, so that's our piece. So we've got these pieces and this piece. We've got our embossed piece, which I did ahead of time, and this one measured 10.1 centimeters by 14.45 centimeters. So I cut the white cardstock down first before running it through my large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with the embossing folder. Okay, I did that ahead of time, so I don't need to do that again. And then we've got our card base, which is half a sheet of basic white cardstock. Now you could use a coordinating colored cardstock base if you wanted to. I just wanted to have white, so that then I've got the white on white as my base. Okay, I haven't decided on ribbon yet. I think we're going to use the In Color Bling, which coordinates with the colors I'm using today. That's the 2024 to 2026 In Color Shimmer Gems, because these are just gorgeous and they match with our colors that we're using. Okay, so we've got those ready to go. So yeah, so that's all our pieces. And then the only other thing that you will need is a scrap of basic white cardstock to stamp some dragonflies. So I'm going to show you how to create the little dragonflies. And there is a bit of a trick with if you're doing the two-step stamping with the dragonflies. So I mucked up the first one, so I'll show you with some other ones. We'll re-stamp those. So I'm just going to use a card front piece. We'll pop all of these pieces over to the side. We'll work with those in a moment. And we'll bring in the stamps. Now I've already got the stamps all mounted up, but for today's project we're going to use the Dragonfly. We're using the two-step stamping wings, and we're going to use the You Make Me Feel Like Glitter in the Sun. We might use the stars as well as a bit of a background. Okay, so that's what we will use. Actually, the stars I did not get out, so I need to get those ones out. So grab them out and put them on a block. You can see I've got a few extra bits and pieces in there. All right, so let me grab a block. I'll just use a D block and I'll just pick that up like so. Now I haven't used this particular one before, so I'm going to give that one a clean. Give it a clean, and then I'm going to stamp it off onto just some scrap paper to dry it off, but also to remove, and I like to give it a little bit of a twist as well, which helps to remove any of the manufacturing oils so that it doesn't repel the ink. All right. Okay, so we're going to stamp a few of these little dragonflies. I think we're probably only going to need 2, but we might stamp some extras just to be sure. So I showed you the colors before that I'm using. So the In Colors, oops, there's my little host code there. I forgot to mention, if you are looking for any of the products that I've mentioned today or any of the specials, you can find them on my online store. So if you go via my blog, just click on the shop button at the top of the page, or you can go to my website and do the same. Click my shop now button. If you are shopping with me during October, be sure to use this host code. This is my new host code for October. And my blue tack, my blue tack is missing. That's why it's not sticking. I was wondering why it kept moving. There we go. So use this host code, and if your order is over $75, you will receive a thank you gift from me as well. Okay, so dragonflies, we are just going to ink them up. So when I'm using Memento, because it is a linen ink pad, it's very firm, and sometimes it takes a little bit more to apply the ink. So I like to go round and round and round on my ink pad first, and then do a tap, tap, tap. So I find if you do the round and round and round, it gets a bit of a coating on the stamp, and then you do a tap, tap, tap to give it an even coverage. And I find that that works really well. There we go. So there's one dragonfly. Round and round and round we go. Tap, tap, tap. We'll just do this one at a little bit of an angle so we can fit as many as we can on here. I'll do another one down here. I want to leave a little bit of room around them because we are going to fussy cut them. There we go. I don't think we'll need more than 4, so we'll leave it at that. Okay, and then to clean that, I just stamp off the excess ink on the scrap paper. Then take my Simply Chamois, which I just store in a clear case, which is available in the annual catalogue or in the online store. And these clear cases are awesome for storing your embellishments and things as well, or any of those smaller items, or even your cut up DSP if you like to cut your DSP ahead of time, or even if you like to do embossed card fronts ahead of time, you can emboss a whole heap of these and then keep them in one of these clear cases, so then you've got everything there ready to go. I actually use these clear cases as well to keep some of my punched shapes, or you can keep die cut shapes in there as well. Great for traveling, so you can have them all in the case and then just take them away with you. Just grab the whole case and you've got all of your shapes there with you. All right, now for the colors, we are going to do 2 different color combos. So we're going to have Pretty in Pink in both, and then we're going to have Petunia Pop with one of them, and then the Summer Splash with the other one. So I'll just pop them over there. Oh, we finished with him. Now we've got the 2 wings, the 2 sets of wings. So we've got the upper wings and then the smaller lower wings. So I'm going to start with the Pretty in Pink. Now with the Pretty in Pink wings, with the large wings, it's a little bit hard to tell which way up you go. So one way that you stamp it, it'll go just outside of the lines, but then if you rotate it the other way, it'll fit perfectly in the lines. So what I like to do is do a little bit of a test first, and I've got a bit of stamping off here. So I can see, I didn't even line that up properly, but let me just do it over here. Is it that way or is it up that way? And then let's see, I can line it up over the top to see which way it is. I think it is that way. I think it's that way, the way I've got it now. Or did I just rotate myself? I don't know now. We'll see how we go. We'll line it up and see if that's going to go within the lines. I think I've got it up the right way. There we go. I got it up the right way. Fantastic. All right, so that's that one. I'll do another one. There we go. And then I'll give that one a clean. There we go. And then while we've got the pink out, I'm just going to ink this up, and I'm just going to stamp one of these dragonflies with the pink at the bottom as well. Now with the bottom wings, it's much easier to tell which way up they go because they've got more of a curve to them. So that one's not such a problem. But yeah, I lined that one up well. So just test it on some scrap first if you're not sure. Okay, so I better clean this one. Okay, so one of these I want to have in the Petunia Pop. So we'll do that one. And give that a clean. Oh, didn't quite get all that ink off. There we go. And I think I'm going to do one with the top wings in the, oh, now I don't know which way up this is again. Let's see, I think it looks okay that way. There we go. The Petunia Pop. Oh, I should have done it on this one that I'd already done the pink on, shouldn't I? Let's do that one now. Oops, oh, I went a bit off on that one. That's okay. We'll see if we're going to use it or not anyway. We might not use that one. All right, so we'll give those a clean. Squeaky, squeaky. All right, and now we're going to use the Summer Splash. Sorry, that keeps reflecting in the light, doesn't it? All right, so Summer Splash. Tap, tap, tap. I love the Summer Splash with the Pretty in Pink. Isn't that so nice? And then, yeah, let's use the Summer Splash with the Petunia Pop in this one. There we go. So we've got the 3 different color combinations there that we can use. This one I didn't stamp that properly, so it's a little bit off just there. I wonder, actually, let me just see. I'm going to grab my Petunia Pop Stampin' Right marker. Let's see if I can find it. And just see, this is the right one, yep. And just see with my bullet tip, if I just fill that in, I don't have my glasses on, so I hope that I'm going to stay within the lines. Just see if we can get away with it. If I were to fill that in, could we still use it? Oh, there we go. Fixed. So you can't see that little bit of white edge that I had there now because I filled it in with my Stampin' Right marker. So perfect. So now we've got the 4 different butterflies that we can use. And look, this one's even a little bit off here. There, fixed. There you go. So there's another way that you can use your Stampin' Right markers. Okay, so lots of pretty dragonflies there. Let's clean our stamps. We're going to stamp our sentiment as well while we're doing all our stamping. We'll do it all together. Let's give that one another clean. There we go. Sometimes some of those deep purple and deep pink colours the photopolymer will hold the colour. So you're just going to make sure that you give them a really good clean and then test them on some scrap paper to make sure that they are stamping clean so you get all of that ink off. Okay, now our sentiment. So there's our dragonflies. We'll cut them out in a little minute. Our sentiment is going to be stamped in Memento. And I've got that already here on the block ready to go. So I'm going to take my ink pad to my stamp and just rub, 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 tap, tap, tap. There we go. We'll stamp our sentiment in the middle there. Hang on, I've got to get my head over there. Sorry, I might get my head in shot here. Okay. Beautiful. There we go. Isn't that a lovely sentiment? You make me feel like glitter in the sun. I just think that's just so sweet. Really nice sentiment to send to someone you care about. Make sure we get all the ink out of all of the nooks and crannies on that sentiment because it's a bit of a curly one. All right, and now, there we go. So we've got that piece ready to go. And now with this piece, this is the Summer Splash. I was going to stamp the stars in the background there. Now I haven't used this one before, so I'll give it a good clean, give it a scrub, give it a stamp, give it a little twist. And I was just simply going to do tone on tone stamping. So that's the same colour on the same colour. And for this one, you might want to have a scrap piece of paper underneath your piece because we're probably going to stamp off the edge. There we go. So we're just going to create a cool background. Just twist your stamp around to make sure that the pattern is looking different, so it's not all sort of uniform in image. There we go. And then we can use the little edges to just stamp and just fill in any spots that need a little bit more. There we go. Good. Now, if you felt that that was too heavy, you could use Versamark ink, which will just give you a very soft tone-on-tone look. Not tone-on-tone look, sorry, a soft watermark in the background, so it won't be quite as heavy as that. Okay. Dry that off on there. Okie dokie. All right, so we've got all of our pieces there. And now we're going to cut out some of these dragonflies. Now, this particular stamp set doesn't come with coordinating dies, so it does take a little bit of fussy cutting. If you don't like fussy cutting, you could actually die cut larger circles and stamp your dragonflies directly onto your circles. I'm actually going to fussy cut them out and mount them onto the circles. But if you don't like fussy cutting, just do the other option of die cutting larger circles. So I'm going to cut these all out individually like this to begin with. So then it makes it easier just to cut around them. There we go. And save that white glasses on for our fussy cutting. Here's all our pieces. Okay, let's see. I love this color, and I do love that one as well. So let's fussy cut these two to begin with, and then if we decide that we don't like them or they're not going with the coordination of the placement of our other colors, then we can fussy cut the other ones. Now, when you're fussy cutting, back in the old days, like I'm going back 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when I first started, actually, no, when did I start? How old's my son? 27. So I started 24 years ago because he was 3. I started card making and scrapbooking 24 years ago. We used to cut right to the stamped image, like right to the line. But the trends change over time, and when I joined Stampin' Up 8 years ago, the trend was that you leave, and it's continued the same, is that you leave a little white border around the edge of the stamped image, or otherwise known as a little cloud around the stamped image. I don't know why it changed in all that time. Now, I didn't really do any card making for about 10 years because I was working full-time and, well, more than full-time. I used to often bring my work home with me. I'd work weekends. I'd work during the holidays. So I didn't get a lot of downtime for any crafting. So during that time, the trends changed, and yeah, ever since then, I've been cutting with a little white cloud border. And it's the same with the dies. The dies do the same. Look at that. Isn't that just so cute? The dies do the same. They leave a little white border around the stamped image. So I guess it's kind of in keeping with how the dies cut as well. All right, so these ones aren't really too hard to fussy cut because they're fairly solid shapes. They're not very intricate. The most intricate part is like the tail. But yeah, the rest isn't too bad at all. And you can just take your time. It's a great thing to do when you're sitting watching the TV, watching Netflix, is to sit and do your fussy cutting or your stamping. And yeah, you can just stamp a whole heap of these and make up a whole heap all at once, or stamp all of your dragonflies do all your two-step stamping and color them, and then just pop them in your case ready to go for future projects. So you've got them all ready to go, and then it will save time in the future for future projects. So try and get those curved edges around the design like in a nice shape. If you get any sharp sort of bits, I go back in and I just round them off a little bit so that they're not sort of sticking out all weird. They're nice and rounded. There we go. Cute. Oh, look, hang on, there's another little sharp bit there. Go back in and just fix that up there. There we go. Aren't they just so pretty? Little cute little dragonflies. Now, of course, we are using artistic license to color our dragonflies in different colors to what you actually see in a natural dragonfly, but you can go crazy and do whatever you like. All right, so how we are laying these down. So we're going to have our card base, which I think needs to be bone folded. Let's run our bone folder along the edge there of our folded card base. Make that sit down a little bit better. It was being a little bit stubborn. Then that's going to go over the top. That's our embossed image. We're going to have our piece here. Now, I did die cut a piece earlier when I was working out the design for this card. So you can see the two different pieces that I've die cut out of the same piece of paper have the different color tones. Same color tones but different patterns in them. So this one's got a little bit more of the summer splash. This one's got a little bit more of the purple. So really just play around and see what you like the look of. So let's go with this one because this one's got a little bit more color to it. And I've got to remember how I had these placed now. Something like that, like that. This one, no, this one goes up here, tucked in up there. This one goes down here, and this one is going to go over here. Something like that. And we can move the whole thing over just a little bit. Yeah, I like this because it brings in more of this here as well. Now with these two other pieces here, now we've got to make sure that we've got room for our dragonflies as well. But with these two pieces here, I was deciding whether or not I was going to ink the edges. I was doing a little bit of testing earlier. Notice I'm just bending the little wings up. You can use your bone folder. Flip your dragonfly over, put the wing on your bone folder, put your thumb on top of the wing, and just gently, I'm just curling my bone folder like that. Okay, and that'll curl the wings up, give you a little bit of dimension. You can do that for both of them. Just do it on the wings, don't do it on the tail. And leave a little bit here in the middle that's flat, because that's where you're going to put your Stampin' Dimensional. So yeah, so I was playing earlier with inking of the edges of those, but I just wasn't sure about the colors. So I'm wondering if I might just, oh look, that color placement is perfect. Look at that, there we go. So I'm just wondering, do I add any ink around the edges of those two, or do I just leave it as it is? Because I kind of like the color that we've got there, and that little circle, even though it's sort of subtle, it does just lift the butterfly off the background a little bit. But it's totally up to you. You can ink the edges. I did get all of my sponge daubers out. I was playing around with the other colors in the, so I did the same color on that side, the peach pie, but then I tried with some of the Shy Shamrock. These are the other colors in the in colors. But I really like it just like that, because I think if we add this color in, it's just adding an extra color that's not in the DSP, even though it's from the same color range. I'll show you the difference. So if you want to add the extra colors from the color range, you could, but I actually don't like it. And this was the Shy Shamrock, which is a little bit more greeny than the Summer Splash. But see, I think it becomes a little bit messy then. And I think it's introducing the extra colors that we don't need. I really like the pink, the purple, and the soft greeny blue. So I think we're just going to leave them white. I don't think we're going to worry about doing any, yeah, I don't think we're going to worry about doing anything more fussy. I think we're just going to keep it like that. All right, so that's our basic design. Now we've got to put everything together. All right, let me just check back on the comments because I feel like there's some there that I've missed. Oh, Glenda's here. Hi, Glenda, how are you? Great to have you with us. And Julie said, what would inking the embossed piece look like? Oh, yes. Well, you could if you wanted to as well. I just wanted to do the white on white for this one, but you definitely could. That is an option. You could use your sponge daubers to lightly rub some ink over that embossed piece at the back to add in some extra color. So I would probably use maybe the pink or the purple, but then you will also think about the other colored elements that you have on your card. You don't kind of want them blending too much into the background, but certainly have a play with it and see how that goes. All right, so we've got our bling, but the ribbon is what I just wasn't sure about yet. I do have some ribbon. Got lots of ribbons to choose from. So we've got the in color ribbons that coordinate with the colors that we're using. So that's them there. Then we've got lots of white options. So this is the frayed grosgrain ribbon, but don't know because we've already got a lot of white going on there. This is the iridescent striped trim, which is really pretty. It's soft, it's sheer, but you've got all those pinks and purplies coming through in the iridescence. So that could even be nice, even just a nice little bow of that, or although it might be a bit thick, or even a faux knot or faux bow. So let's just try just to see. And then of course we've got white baker's twine, and I've got some other white ribbon as well. I'm just thinking this might be a little bit, this one ties beautiful bows, but it might be a little bit too heavy because the dragonflies are quite delicate. Yeah, see, it's going to take away from the dragonflies. See that? See how it's too big? It's going to really take away from those dragonflies. So we don't want anything too thick and heavy. I do have this white as well. So this is the petal pink and white diagonal trim combo. Now the petal pink won't go because it's a different color to what we're using, but the white, I was thinking if we tied a little bow in the white, perhaps that might go. We're only going to want a little bow, I think, because of those dragonflies. They're quite delicate. Yeah, I think even that's going to be a bit too... So I haven't stuck anything down yet until we decide on the ribbon. Oh, that one might not look too bad just there. Oops. I'm thinking not wrapped around. I think for this card, because we've got all the circles and we've sort of got everything clustered there in the middle, I'm thinking of just adding an extra little bow of some sort. Or we could do a faux bow. Let's see. Oh, actually, let's see. What if we just do a little faux knot? A knot bow. So it's just a knot, it's not a bow. We could trim that up and just put that down the bottom there. I always get confused as to which way I've got to cut these. Let's make that a little bit smaller. I could have that just there at the bottom. like that. What do you think? I think that colour's a good one. I think the white, I don't know about the white. I think that it might be too much white. We do have all the other colours of the ribbons there too. But we've already got the pink. We've got a lot of purple going on here. And that kind of, I feel like, balances that a bit more. Yeah, I think I like that. I think we've already got a lot of white. So let's bring in a little bit more colour, hey? Yeah, let's go with that. I think I like that. All right. Okay, so now let's stick everything down. All right, so I've got to remember my composition now of my of how I've got everything, because now we're just going to stick, stick, stick. And then I'll show you in the catalogue again the original image that inspired my card, because we were basically casing one of the scrapbook layouts in the annual catalogue, but changing it up into a card and changing the colours. And, well, sort of changing the design too, because they didn't use the dragonflies. They used the sun and the rainbow from the same stamp set. Oops, don't stick yet. Move that across. I love the liquid glue. Love the liquid glue because you can move things around as you need to, as I needed to just now. There we go. Oh, you like the faux bow, Rose? Great. Good. Yeah, I decided on that. I liked that too. Okay. Just got a little bit gluey on my fingers there. Okay. So that one's going up there. That one's going down there. You're going down there. You're going down there. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay everything now. I've got this emboss piece adhered down. I'm going to lay these back down again. No, that one goes up there. And just get everything lined up before I stick everything down, so that I make sure I've got everything all lined up where I want it. We want to make sure that everything is kind of overlapping a little bit so that we don't see any white space below the actual sentiment label. Okay, is that kind of how we had it? I think that's kind of how we had it. We'll come back to this one. This one might have been up a little bit higher. Let's take that one over a little bit. Just get our composition right of our pieces. Yep. Okay. So that looks pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll just take off the dragonflies. I'll take off that circle and I'll take that off. And then these three I want to stay put, so I'm going to put some glue under here for that one. I'm going to put some glue under this one. And then I'm going to put some glue under this one just to hold them all in place. Okay, so I've got them all in place, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, I'm going to lift the edges up and then just sneak a bit more glue under there to hold each of the edges down. Bit of a weird way to do it, I suppose. Like normally you would put glue on the back of each of your pieces and then place them down, but because I really wanted to make sure I had that composition right with all of the pieces lined up in the right spots, I just wanted to make sure that yeah, I didn't put anything where it wasn't supposed to go. So it's easy with the liquid glue just to slip a little bit of glue underneath the edges there. Oops, got a bit gluey on my fingers there. It's wanting to stick. There we go. So just go around all the edges, just adding a little bit of glue. Being careful to put it just inside the edge so that it doesn't ooze out. Oops, that one did ooze a little bit as I say that. Oh my goodness, I think I just jinxed myself. There we go. So they're all, it's a bit stuck down. Oh, this bit just needs a little bit under here, under the edge there. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. So they are all stuck down. Oh, a bit gluey now. So what I'm going to do with this one, with the sentiment label, is I am going to pop that up. So we'll grab some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm just going to have a little sip of my water. Grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. Oops, I've got 2 packs going at the same time. That's because we were all crafting on the weekend in different spaces, so we needed our own adhesives. There we go. Oops. So you notice that I've used my Sharpie to draw the lines on the back of my dimensionals so that I can see when I've removed the backing papers. I'll leave those just there. All right, so we'll remove the backings. And that's going to pop down about there-ish. I won't push that on just yet because I just want to make sure, yep, because that one's going out further. That one's going to go up there. That one's going to go over there. Well, I was going to have that one overlapping a little bit, so I might pop that one up as well. Will I pop that one up too? Or will I have that tucking under the edge? I might have that tucking under the edge and then just have the dragonfly popped up. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Yep, so that can go there. So we'll push that down. This time I am going to put glue on the back of the circle because I know exactly where this one's going to go. And that one's going to tuck in there, and it's just overlapping those 2 circles there so that we don't see the join, but also too so that it is overlapping underneath the sentiment there. And then with the dragonflies, we're going to put some mini dimensionals. So grab my minis. Probably just need 1 dimensional in the middle here. So just make sure you line up your dimensional so that it's between the head. So it's just down lower than the head, between the head and the tail, but so that it's not sticking up above the head or sticking down below where the wings sort of go up there. Okay, so we're going to have this little dragonfly going this way and this little dragonfly going this way. Have that one going off there at the edge, like so. There we go. Now we've got our little faux bow, and then we've got our embellishments. So I'll get, oh, one of my little embellishments just jumped off. Hey Vicky, how are you? Lovely to have you with us today. All right, so remember this stamp set that I'm using today is the Happiest Day Stamp Set, and it is currently in the stamp sale. So you can get it at a reduced price right now, which is awesome. What did I say it was before, everyone? I think it's reduced to, was it $29.75, something like that, which is a really great price. Now, which was the front and which was the back of my bow? Hang on a minute, now I've got myself all muddled up. Which was which? No, that's the back. I can tell that which is the back because the back is always messier than the front. Do you find that when you tie bows, one side always looks better than the other? All right, so we'll try our little faux bow. It's the easiest way of tying bows. It's basically just a little knot. And we're going to pop that just there at the base. I was going to pop it on. pop it just there. Just there underneath our sentiment. And then we're going to add our bling. So let's just move, let's swap these over this way because I'm right-handed, so I want to use. Now I'm thinking that we'll stick with the 3 colors that we're using, and we're going to do a bit of bling up here. So I think I'm going to balance a bit of the pink. We're balancing the purple, we're balancing the purple with the wings and the purple down here. We do have the pink and the pink here. We've got the green and the green here, and the green here, green here. So let's do a little bit of pink up here, I'm thinking. We can even mix the colors, couldn't we? Could we mix the colors? What do you think? We could probably mix the colors a little bit. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this one. I'm going to put it up over here, and this one here, like that. And then we're going to need a 3rd one, so let's use one of the green ones. I might grab one of the, which ones will I get? This one. We could put a green one down here. Or we could put a green one over here. We've already got the green bow here, so how about if we put a green one down here? Oh, no, wait, I think, oh no, we can't put a green one up there. Could put a green one there. I think that one's too big to go up there. So we've already got a large one up there. You could fiddle forever with the embellishments, couldn't you? Yeah, we could do that. How about that? What do you think? How do you like that? They are cute little dragonflies, aren't they? I love these dragonflies in this stamp set. They're really sweet. And I love doing them in the colours, the different colours. Hey, Dimity, how are you? All right, so there we go. I mean, you could add extra bling if you wanted to. You could add an extra bling down here. Actually, let's see. If we added, that's more of the same. What if we added some more pink? The pink on the purple you don't really see. We could add a little pink one here though. Could go bling crazy, couldn't we? And we could add a little purple one over here. That's lots of bling. There we go. Let's do that. Let's go bling crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Okay, there we go. So there, I don't know if we needed those extra 2 that I just added. Does it make it look a bit crowded, do you think? I could always remove them again. What do you think? Yeah, I actually don't like them. I've decided I don't like them there. I guess it's personal preference, really. It depends on how much bling you actually like. I think I want to have it a little bit more clean there. I thought I liked it at first, but then I'm like, maybe not. Now I've left a little bit of adhesive there behind. Come on. Hang on. Let me get my adhesive rubber and I'll remove that little bit of sticky. These are great, these little adhesive rubbers. Does anyone have one of these? Look at that. I got that off straight away. Okay, we'll put those ones. Yeah, I think I just like the 3 because we've got our bow down here as well. We don't want to overdo it too much. Make it too busy. There we go. Okay, so that is our 2024 to 2026 in color shimmer gems. We've got our in color ribbon, our in color inks there, our designer series paper. So there you go. There is our beautiful card today. Let's have a look again at the original project in the catalogue and see how similar or different it is. You probably won't even guess that it is even anything resembling the same. So this is the, let me hold that up. You see that there? That's the original layout that inspired my design. Okay, so I was just looking at the layout there of those ones. And that's mine. So it looks completely different. But can you see how we can get inspiration from the projects in the catalogue? So completely different, but inspired by the same layout. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you really liked that one. Remember that we've got the amazing stamp sale happening at the moment, as well as there's the kit special at the moment. And then we've also got the starter kit special, where you can get $286 worth of product and only pay $169 for it. So you're getting $117 worth of free product plus free shipping, and the free shipping on this size order of $286 would normally be about $17.15. So you're saving an extra $17 because you'll get free shipping on your starter kit as well. And then you'll get the ongoing 20% discount and all the other perks of being part of the Stampin' Up community. So let me know if you'd like more information about that one or any of the other promotions. But yeah, this stamp set is one of the ones that is on special. So it's the Happiest Day Stamp Set, and you saw how easy it was to create that card. And all I did was add the embossing folder. Now, if you don't have embossing folders, what you could do is, if you had some, even if you just used white cardstock as your base, that layout on there would be beautiful. If you wanted to add a little bit of extra, you could use sponge daubers or perhaps blending brushes and blend just a little bit of ink around the edges of your card, or you could even do that layout on a colored card base as well. So totally up to you. Lots of different options there, lots of different ways that you can do it, but it's just a really simple, easy layout. And even if you don't have the stylish shape dies, you could use circle punches, or perhaps you have one of the older die sets, the older circle die sets. There used to be the layering circle dies that were around forever and a day. We've had other ones as well. We've now also got the deckled circles. They've got lots and lots of different sizes, even more sizes than this. So they would be another great one to use for this layout. So lots and lots of options. So there you go. All right, well, I'm going to flip the camera back up face to face so I can say goodbye to you properly. All right, bear with me for one moment. Just readjust my stand here. Okay, let's flip those cameras. There we go. Okay, let's adjust those lights a bit. There you go. So here's my card up nice and close. So what do you think? I love those colors together. Don't they look fantastic? So, and all I did was basically, well, it's the in colors, but those three colors, I just picked up the colors from the designer series paper. So sometimes I struggle to know which colors to put together. And we have the color wheel in the catalog, in the back of the catalog here. If ever you are struggling with colors or color combinations, remember that the color wheel is in here. Now, some exciting news that very soon there might be a physical copy of this available for everyone to purchase. So watch out for that next month. But for the moment, you've got the color wheel in the catalog. That's on page 132. And you've got information about the color theory on page 133 and how to put together your colors. So you've got the monochromatic, the complementary, the analogous, and the triadic. So if you haven't noticed that in the annual catalog, be sure to look out for that. It's towards the back on page 132. So there you go. But yeah, I just chose the in colors, and it was colors that were already in the DSP. So I hope that you really liked that. Thank you all so much for joining me. It was great to have you here. I hope you've all had a lovely day today, especially if you are having a public holiday like we are and you have that long weekend. Thank you, Vicky. Thanks, Rose. I'm glad that you all enjoyed that. All right, well, have a great rest of the week. We've got daylight savings now, so we are, we've changed time zones. We are now an hour ahead, I think it is, of Queensland. And I know that other states have other time zones in Australia as well. So, but yes, I love daylight savings. I know not everybody does, but I love it. I love having the extra light in the evening. Yeah, especially during the warmer months as well. Can get out and about and do a bit more. So yeah, it's great. Don't forget about the stamp sale. I'll just keep reminding you. So from the 7th till the 9th, so this Monday to Wednesday, there's 15% off all of the stamp sets that are from the annual catalogue. Look out for this promotion advertisement on the website. And if you click on it, when you see it come up across the banner, it'll take you to the page that has got all the reduced stamp sets, and it'll show you the original price and the reduced price. So you can grab yourself some of those beautiful stamp sets you've had on your wish list and get them at a special price. And remember too that if you do join and if you purchase that starter kit and you do join Stampin' Up, once you purchase that starter kit, you do get that $117 worth of free product in the starter kit, but then you get an ongoing 20% discount on your products. And what you might not realize is that when there are sales like this, where there's discounted products, or like the kit one at the moment with the up to 30% discount, Stampin' Up demonstrators get these discounts as well as our 20% Stampin' Up discount, a demonstrator discount, or 25% if you work up to 25%. So yeah, so it's a discount on a discount. So that's what we get as demonstrators. So it's definitely, there's lots of perks to joining. So, and as I said, you can opt out at any time. You're not locked in. They're not going to take your starter kit away from you if you decide that you don't want to continue. You get to keep your products. I'm not going to pressure you to sell. Stampin' Up won't pressure you to sell. It's totally up to you. So yeah, if you have questions, feel free to ask me. I'll be happy to answer them for you. All right, I will let you all go. Have a great rest of your Monday. Have a great week. And I look forward to seeing you all again next Monday at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. I'll see you all then. Happy crafting. Bye.